It's time for a new kitchen from Kitchen Designs. Kitchen Designs in Panama City Beach and Santa Rosa Beach offers full-service cabinets, countertops, and flooring, plus cash and carry cabinets available the very next day. Kitchen Designs has been family-owned and operated for over 20 years. Visit their showroom at 7934 Front Beach Road and on Lynn Drive in Santa Rosa Beach. Or call Kitchen Designs, 850-775-4150.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hot tub! I'm full of water! I say hot tub!
Wake him up, Coach. Wake him up.
I say hot tub! Hot tub! I'm gonna make it wet! Say hot tub! Rubber dub and hot tub! Rubber dub and me! Shake in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will you make me sweat?
Yeah!
Shake in the hot tub!
Yeah!
Will you make me wet?
Yeah! Well, good morning. Where is he? Where is the stud, Jason Kovaleski? He walks in, he walks out.
Saw enough. Decided I'm taking it to the house.
I can't hear you.
You made him mad he walked out?
No, I didn't make him mad. I think he got upset about something Michigan Eddie said yesterday. He said, I've had
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I can't control it. So you're upset with it, Michigan Eddie, Jim. Give us what's your take on Michigan Eddie? Is he just delusional? What's going on with him?
Do I have to answer this?
Yes, please. I mean, he says nothing is going to happen to...
Here's my take. It's not Jason Kovaleski saying this. It's not Jim Morant saying this. It's the NCAA saying this, okay? That was the first step, implying that there's a second, bigger step. Innocent people don't seek immunity. Innocent people don't have their whole coaching...
Hey, let him back in. He can't get in the door.
Innocent coaching staffs don't decide to leave after winning a national championship. In all my years of being a fan, or being a player, coach, and a fan, I have never, ever seen an entire coaching staff leave, all of them, after winning a national championship. There's something to it, okay? I don't want to argue about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be called sourpuss or anything else. It's reality is what it is. Okay, I'm sorry, that's the way it is. There's something there. Hide and watch, we'll find out.
Wildcat, we told Michigan Eddie it's just the beginning. It's not the end. We told him that.
He got fired up. He was fired up enough to call him twice.
Yes. We're just reading what the article said. This is the beginning. This is not the end. This is just one part of it.
Yeah.
Arizona State got hammered. 4 years probation. Coaches show cause. 3 to 10 years. The head coach, we all know, got fired. The same thing happened with Michigan. Five out of 4 of them, I believe, agreed to it. Maybe one didn't. And it said, this is not over. This has nothing to do with the cheating scandal that is an ongoing investigation. Michigan Eddie just will not accept that.
Yeah, that's not us saying it. That's the NCAA saying it.
CGI.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
There's obviously something there. Just saying.
Well, if they got those type of penalties for the hamburger gate, then what's coming down the pipe is probably a little bit more harsh. So we'll see if they vacate wins or what they do. I think it was stupid to let them play, but at the end of the day, you can't punish somebody until the investigation's over.
But let's be honest. If they go back and take away the national championship, so what?
Exactly. They want it on the field. I mean,
and they're going to let everybody know it, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
They beat Alabama. They beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
They beat Washington.
But what'd they do to beat them? That's my point. There's no integrity in sports anymore.
But they didn't cheat to do it.
But we see all the time. Look at the gambling scandals we have now, and gambling's not going to affect the games. We have how many people are caught up in gambling scandals. It's
I just got a text. I think maybe it's Rob. I don't know.
Rob.
NCAA is going to be on Michigan like Democrats are on Trump.
Hopefully,
good analogy. That was pretty cool.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Hey, Wildcat, good news for you. Your Kentucky Wildcats just won an NCAA SEC tournament. Not NCAA, but SEC tournament. Congratulations.
For what?
They are a men's tennis team now. They won the men's tennis team in
it
the
just means
SEC
more.
tournament. It just means more. Hey, you guys are champions of something. You got look. You can't play
you are
football.
not a nice
You can't
guy
play
this
basketball, but you're great in tennis, and you're a baseball school.
But Alabama, the University of Alabama is now a basketball powerhouse.
Hey, man, but thank you, Jim.
They made
Thank
it to
you.
one Final Four.
Yeah,
in
tell
the
him.
history
Talk
of
to
the
him,
program,
baby.
which has been
Preach,
out for about
brother.
300
Preach.
years.
Fact. That is a fact.
And I'm just going to say, I got to get this out of my system. I've been waiting for the chance to do this. There have been 5 programs in the history of NCAA sports that have won a basketball and a football title at any time. Not the same year, at any time. Like one here, and then 20 years later, you win another one. Ohio State, Michigan,
Florida,
Michigan State, Florida, Syracuse. Thank you. Thank you for playing.
You know, we just got to add another national championship to our football trophy cast.
From the Big Ten.
Because there was an article that said the number 1 team in the country this year, when you combine football and basketball, was Alabama. So we now have 21 national championships in football. Thank you very much, whoever wrote that article.
And you don't get football championships because your team made the Final Four in basketball.
We do.
I was going to say.
Yeah, you do.
You haven't looked in their history.
That's why we got 49 of them.
The Birmingham Chronicle.
It just means
That's
more.
why we got 49 championships.
Okay, question for you guys. Pound for pound. Seriously, I meant to do this a couple days ago and I forgot. I'm about to puke. Michigan Eddie, listen. You're coming across looking naive. I mean, you're coming across looking like you're not fair and balanced. And we said it like 3 or 4 times. This is not us speaking. This is the people that cover the NCAA. This is actually what's going on. You're going down. Let me say it one more time. This is not the beginning. I mean, this is just the beginning. It's not the end. This is the beginning of the NCAA investigation to the cheating scandal. It's ongoing.
Enjoy it while you can.
The FBI is involved in this. This is big-time stuff.
What you're saying is Michigan could be exonerated from all of this, too.
What I'm saying, Michigan's going down.
Not really. When he accepted his penalty and the 3-game suspension, he admitted guilt. So I don't think he can be exonerated anymore.
But to hear Michigan Eddie, it's all about nothing.
This was on last Tuesday's show, and I was going to say something about Friday, but you decided not to come in to work on Friday, so we weren't here.
We got them gift cards.
How to meet with Johnny Carson.
You guys are talking about what coaches are on the hot seat. You gave them all the usual suspects, Ryan Day, yada, yada, and all the others. But you said one, I thought about it. You said, yeah, Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Yeah, he even had to hire Bobby Petrino. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know that you want Bobby Petrino coming into your step to be the savior. How did he do for Jimbo? Bobby Petrino goes to Texas A&M. Jimbo's gone 6 months later. So bringing Petrino into Arkansas, I don't know if that's the answer for Sam Pittman. I don't know. We'll see.
It didn't work out too well the first time around, so we'll see.
Yeah, and how did it go the first time exactly?
Keep him away from motorcycles and co-eds.
Is he leaving his motorcycle at home?
Michigan, please quit texting. You're being disrespectful and rude. Okay,
somebody's calling it on the business line, and
to call in. You got to call 215-6290, right?
Yeah, right.
So what are they calling that other number?
I don't know. I can't answer it.
215-6290. All right, this is a question for you two experts. In your opinion, you're going to have to think about it for a minute. Pound for pound, who's the greatest boxer? Some will say Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Duran, Joe Louis,
Pernell Whitaker,
Sugar Ray, Tyson. I don't know. Pound for pound, who do you think's the best? Just give me your top 2.
I thought in his prime, Roy Jones Jr. could beat anybody.
Who?
Roy Jones Jr.
Who?
You don't know who Roy Jones Jr.
No,
is?
we don't know.
Roy Jones? Yeah.
Roy, what's your... No, I don't know.
Pensacola, man.
Roy.
Holy cow.
You
He's probably
recognize
the
him
best pound-for-pound boxer on the planet for about 10 years. Went through the...
Oh, pound for... Okay, yeah.
Went all the way up
I'm
to
sorry.
heavyweight,
I said pound for pound, and I'm thinking about it big. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying.
But probably Sugar Ray Leonard. I would put Sugar Ray Leonard up with anybody, just his boxing skills.
Is anybody we didn't really mention... Joe Louis got whipped 3 or 4 times.
A little bit before my time. I'm just thinking of boxers.
Tough boy, lefty. He was a lefty. He was
Roy
tough.
Jones Jr. was my favorite boxer. I think he had the best combination of speed and power, even though he maybe didn't have that one opponent that kind of set him apart historically. But to me, he was the best boxer on the planet for about 10 years.
For me, the best one, this is obviously way before your time, is Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Had he not taken that time off or was forced, whatever the circumstance was, he was unbelievable. He was like from another. He was a big guy who was quick, was a tremendous, competitive, tough. I mean, he had it all. And even after he came back, he was still pretty good. He was
boxing. He didn't take time off. He was forced. Time off.
Forced, yeah.
Because he wouldn't go fight.
My dad swore him down. Joe Louis would beat anybody.
Probably.
Rocky Marciano was supposed to be something special.
Now I sound like the guys in Rocky Marciano in the barbershop.
Yeah.
What movie was that? Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah, coming to
Rocky Marciano.
Who was the other one? The smaller guys. I mean, they get in there, they would fight. I mean, it was
Roberto Duran.
Duran was unbelievable.
Hearns
was tough, man.
All those guys who grew up around the Sugar Ray Leonard. That's why some of the fights were so amazing back then, because all those guys were probably top 10.
Who did he fight? Duran?
Duran's what he made quit. That was the no-loss fight.
At one time, I thought he was, for a while, I thought he was the baddest guy for pound for a while.
Most people did, and then
Sugar Ray was so quick. Yeah.
I'd probably put Sugar Ray up there, but for me, the person that I grew up watching that I think was the best boxer was Roy Jones. He
What weight class did Sugar Ray fight in? Was it lightweight, welterweight, or lightweight?
I can't remember.
Lightweight. He was a small guy for a boxer.
They were in the 135 or 140 division.
You're older. Who did you like?
Sugar Ray. Sugar
Ray's best. I'm with Jim. I'd go with Ali because
Ali was really good.
In his prime, he was.
He was really good.
And then remember when we thought that nobody could beat Tyson? He won all those fights in a row, and then it was just kind of.
Yeah.
But he was so small. I mean, so short, and didn't have those long arms.
That was Ali's big advantage right there. Was he had a 32 or a 42
inch all arms,
long arm. He could just lay back against ropes.
In his prime, he was something else.
Figured Tyson out. And a lot of people, when they fought Tyson, they were scared they would always back up, and he would kind of hit it with these hooks. Holyfield stepped in. That's why they had a lot of headbutts.
Yeah.
He kind of hit him with that little right hand, and Tyson couldn't deal with it. That's why he bit his ear and got so frustrated with him. Holyfield was an underrated boxer. I mean, he has to be up there, too, because he beat the Tyson that was in his prime, that everybody was getting murdered by.
Yeah, I don't know if I went over this with you guys or not, but remember Urban, and I got a lot of respect. I know y'all don't like him, but I do. Good morning. Good morning.
I heard somebody.
Good morning.
Food Truck City here, around 30 Spec Tyndall. Hey, you guys are forgetting my top three are Joe Louis, Hitman Hearns. I like Sugar Ray, a tie between Sugar Ray and the marvelous Hitman Marvin Hagler.
He was good. Hagler was good. There's no doubt.
They call him Marvelous Marvin Hagler, right?
Yeah.
They call him?
Yeah. You don't have any love for Ali?
No.
I mean, we're not talking politics. As a boxer, when his prime, you don't think he was very good?
I didn't really watch him. I just cared about Joe Louis. He's from Detroit. Actually, I think he grew up in Alabama, then moved to Detroit.
Yeah, Joe grew up. Yeah, I trained him back in the day.
Yeah, that's right. Of course you did. And then and the Red Wings played at Joe Louis Sports Arena on the banks of the Detroit River for a long time.
Pacquiao. What about Pacquiao?
Oh yeah, he's really good.
Good call, Jared Hale. Pacquiao's he can go.
Pacquiao's one of those guys that's been fighting recently.
Yeah, Pacquiao's
instead of back in the day.
Too bad we didn't get to see him and Mayweather in their prime fight each other.
Right.
They waited until they were old and over the hill.
I forgot all about Pacquiao. That's a tough man. He was.
You got to put Mayweather up there too. Mayweather never lost. I mean, Mayweather. People don't realize about the middle of his career, he was knocking people out. He just wasn't about boxing. I mean, Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, I think we're forgetting one guy though. One guy. Jared Hale. What do you remember that left hook he had?
Yeah, it was good.
He lasted how long? How many years was he in it? I can't remember.
Billy Whispers and against Weewa.
Yeah.
What about Julie Hale and her left hook?
I dropped him.
Time out. Don't give me all that. Oh my God. Oh Lordy. Speaking of, I want to get Leighton and Lorelai into karate. You know any good karate teachers or
there's really good Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu gym.
Which one would you put someone like 9, 10 in?
Emerald Coast Jiu-Jitsu. You go over there and talk to Thor.
I want to get Lorelai when she's older. Leighton's will be 10, so I think it's about time for her to do it.
They got a very good youth program.
The thing with her though, she might whip me if she learns it. She likes.
That's the point.
She likes going. She learns something. She's going to show you how to do it.
Right.
Anyway. All right. We again. Congratulations to you, Kentucky. Kentucky's men tennis team won the SEC tournament. Congratulations. I really appreciate that, and so do you, Wildcat.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Think you win in baseball,
too, man. You got
Hey,
something. Oh, I'm sorry. We thought you had hung up. I'm sorry.
Hey,
hoped he hung up.
Jason, who won the women's Big Ten title? Just saying.
Then what?
Women's tennis.
Probably Ohio State.
No, I think it was Michigan, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
We're talking SEC right now. We're talking
we
about
don't pay attention to
Hey, Michigan, hold on a minute, because I want to get back with you just for a second, because we got to call Coach in a minute. But I do want to ask you a question. Let me real quick. Let me do these commercials. Hey, get out of J. Michael's restaurant. Saw J. Michael's yesterday, looking really good. Great food, great atmosphere. The legendary J. Michael's restaurant. For all your real estate closing, do what the big time realtors do. Everybody uses Chuck Tucker. Office throughout Panhandle, Florida, South Oak Time Closing, #1. And Stevenson Air Conditioning. We don't care if it's hot. We don't care if it's cold. We got Stevenson Air Conditions. That's all you need to be told. Hey, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Excellent.
I thought that was good. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Where can we go to listen to Jason Kovaleski and get some true factual information?
I'm on 23rd Street most of the time, but we also have our store at Pier Park North. But we have a certified sports nutritionist on staff, free sample bar, so you can come in, try pre-workouts, proteins, amino acids for free. You don't have to buy anything. But we're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, don't forget about Charlie Corn Place. Right there on 15th Street, the food's incredible. Pick lunch specials, pick out whatever meat you want. 3 sides for $11.20. The weekend special, fried fish on Friday. Saturday, fried shrimp or grilled. And then Sunday, the big one. We're talking about fried chicken. We'll be right. You know what? My beautiful granddaughter came over to see me yesterday just for a second. Gave me a big hug. My heart melted. LB, Laytonville. Laura, I didn't show up. Laura, are you mad at Papa? I don't know what's going on with that. But
You
anyway.
have a heart?
Huh?
You have a heart?
I have a big heart because of those 2 little girls. I never get to see my grandson, ever. Never. I never see him. It's sad. I try to go over, I knock on the door, they don't answer. I ring the doorbell, they don't answer.
Now I'll tell you something.
Yeah, it's amazing. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking you on the ultimate road trip to see the Orlando Magic. Is this Connie Sisk?
Yes.
Congratulations, Connie. You won the Holland Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express.
Oh, okay, cool.
Are you ready for a trip of a lifetime?
Yeah, well, at least my husband is anyway. I entered it for him.
You and your husband will watch the game from a presidential suite.
Oh, okay, cool.
Congratulations from ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm at 60. Sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 78. Friday, the high will reach 78 with mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore Portable Building Dealer, Panama City.
Are you looking for a place to take a leak? Do you have a truck, tractor, or other hydraulic equipment leaking or not performing as it should? At Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, we can get you back to work. Do you have a busted or leaking hose? Hydraulic cylinder or pump needing repair? If competitive pricing and a quick turnaround are what matter to your business, come see us at Reliable Hydraulic Solutions. Or you can give us a call at 850-326-3000. Reliable Hydraulic Solutions, 6840 Highway 77 in Southport. The best place in town to take a leak.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. That was a heck of a great heavyweight match. Arnold fighting back in
it was.
2004, whatever it was.
Yeah, 2004.
Yeah, I don't know how Ben's teeth are doing.
That was a classic.
Never, ever take your helmet off. We're back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. It's Tuesday. It's Rutherford Day. Coach Coffin, we got him. Coach, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Man, we couldn't even be any better. We're on the right side of the ground. Hey, did you have a good weekend?
I did have a great weekend.
Good. I hadn't even asked you this year about your kids doing well. Everybody good?
Yeah, everybody's good.
Good. All right, tell us what's happened. We haven't talked to you in a week. How's Rutherford baseball doing?
Last week we got 2 big wins. Mariana came to our place Thursday, and we got a little revenge on them from the first game, and the same with Rickards on Friday. We got back-to-back wins on Thursday and Friday, and then last night Arnold got the better of us. So 2-1 since the last time we spoke. Yeah,
last night was senior night, big night over there. They're pumped up about playing the ball game, and you guys, I tell you what, every coach we've talked to has talked about the improvement of Rutherford baseball, so you're doing a great job over there. Keep up the good work. What do you got going this week? How many more games you got this week?
We got 2 more to wrap up the regular season. We got Bay on Wednesday, a big one at home, and then Fort Walton Beach comes over to our place as well on Thursday. So 2 more home games to go, and looking to get to double-digit wins if we can win both of these.
Well, now, Bay, big rival game. We know about Coach Hudson, does an unbelievable job. Give us a little rundown. How do you feel like you match up with Bay High School?
We match up pretty well. It seems to always come down to 1 or 2 plays that win that game. We played them earlier this year. They got the better of us. I think it was a 13-12 game. It was back and forth. We had the lead. They had the lead. So, they're going to throw strikes, and they're going to do it offensively. So we got to do the same and just make 1 or 2 more plays than them and come out on top.
Where is this game going to be played at?
It's at our place at Rutherford.
Okay, 13-12 the first time. So maybe you guys get a little revenge. No intimidation at all. Bay High School, you guys don't even think that way.
Yeah, we actually put ourselves in a pretty big hole last time. I think we were down 7-2 or 8-2, something like that. So if we can let's just take the lead this time and hopefully never look back.
All right, I want to switch gears. Let's go to we have not really kept up much with the Fort Walton Beach this year for whatever reason. Give us a little scout report. What do you think about Fort Walton Beach? What do you know about them?
I've been trying to gain as much information as we can. That's a team we haven't played before. I know they had a lot of success in the past, and their record, I think it's like 10-12, but they played a pretty daunting schedule. So we're expecting a good team to come over here and hopefully end the regular season with a competitive game and a win on our side.
Are they not playing many teams on this part of the Panhandle? Because Jim, I don't know. I don't remember much. Maybe Mosley's played them, but I don't think Arnold's played them.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because we sat and talked about.
They play a lot of schools from Pensacola. They go more west.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wow, that's hard to get prepared from someone. How do you get prepared for that when you're on the phone trying to get information? What do you do? Just go in there, put your best pitcher you can, and go from there.
Yeah, just kind of treat it like any other game. Kind of do a little scouting, see their stats. You can kind of see their best hitters. We don't have any mutual coaches. I don't think I can ask, but try to get as much information as we can. See who they're throwing. If he throws a lot of strikes, just as much information as you can. But bottom line is we still got to just throw strikes, play good defense, and we'll be in any game. It doesn't matter the team.
All right, we've seen it every year we've been with you. The improvement, the wins are coming. What about next year? Is this one of your younger teams? You feel pretty good about what you got coming back?
Yeah, our main group is sophomores. So them turning into juniors next year, I think we'll take a big step. And I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but we did lose one of our guys. He was probably going to be our ace on the mound, and one of our best hitters, Alex Baker. So he tore his UCL early in our season this year. So losing him was a big blow, and I'm sure he's rehabbing right now, grinding to get back. So adding him to this mix with guys who stepped up in his absence. I'm really looking forward to next season, and hopefully with this group, I'm really excited. I think we can do some big things in the future.
Yeah, it sounds like it. The enrollment over there, is it starting to go back up? I remember for a while y'all worked in one of the smaller schools in the county. Is it starting to come back up now?
Yeah, I think it really is. And Mr. Mitchell's doing a great job as the principal over there, and things are really starting to look up for Rutherford.
Yeah, I tell you what, our McQueen, the superintendent, is doing an excellent job. I'm really impressed with him. I see the changes he's making in the principalships at different schools. They're not getting it done. He's doing something about it. I love it.
Yeah.
He's putting the best people in there, not connections, but who's doing the best job. I really like what he's doing for the district. And
I agree. And he was at our game against Mariana, and we won that one. So he's got to come back. He might be our good luck charm.
I tell you what, he's been to a lot of the ball games. That's outstanding. Good man. He came on our show beginning of the year before the season started and did a great job. Really enjoyed him. I think it's that military background he's got. Yeah. I think that's the difference that separates him.
Coach, what's your overall record right now? What's your record sitting at?
We're 8-14.
8-14. Okay. And how does that compare to the past? 'Cause I know you've had some rough seasons, in your tenure here. So, are you showing improvement? Are you getting more every year?
Yeah, I think we had 7 last year, and we got 8 this year with a little bit of a tougher schedule than last year too. So, a little bit of an improvement.
Okay.
All right, Coach, I tell you what, proud of you. Keep up the great work. We'll talk. Can you believe the season's almost over? I cannot believe it's flown by.
Going fast.
Yeah, it's flown by. In the school year too.
Yeah. What is the last day this year? May what?
24th.
Golly, it's really almost over. That's incredible. All right. We got to talk to you about one other thing before we get you. We just want your opinion. We were talking about pound for pound, who are the best boxers. Well, Jeff Patton. If we looked at the baseball coaches of Bay County, just this opinion, okay? And we all had you guys box. Who would win? I mean, you got North Bay Haven, you got Doug over there at Mosley now, Patton at Bozeman, we got you at Rutherford, Hudson at Bay, and Jones is a big old boy.
You seen Jones?
That's a big boy.
He's about 6'7".
He got those long arms. Coach, I don't know. I was going to put my money on you. I just don't know. I don't know.
Tyson Fury over there.
Who would you go with, Jason?
I'm staying out of this one.
Coach,
like all of them.
Coach, who would you go with?
Jones has got the reach on me. That's for sure.
I think that's the only thing. Yeah, I think you got the power.
At him last night talking to him.
You got the power. I think Jones got that long arm. That might be the difference. I don't know.
He's going to have to knock me out. Let's just say that.
Yeah. What do you think? Maybe Doug.
And then you got Patton too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to. We got to go with Patton. Sorry. I think Patton will get all y'all. I don't know what it is. His quick hands, his feet. Jim and
I'll watch the tape. I'm going to get in the lab, and I'm going to start preparing.
There we go.
All right, buddy.
The rope a dope.
Hey, good luck to you. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, okay?
All right.
Thank you, sir. All right, let's talk about some of our great. I'm talking about not just good. They're outstanding. They're incredible. Charlie Corn's place. Oh, my God. Great people, great restaurant. Go check it out. You'll absolutely love it. And we got some more of those. El Rodeo, Tequila Bar and Grill, one of Jim's favorite places. I tell you what, Coop is down there. Moss, his daddy, they're there all the time. They love that restaurant. I think we'll get him start signing autographs on Thursday, him and Steve. El Rodeo, Tequila Bar and Grill, can't beat it. Happy hour, buy one, get one free. I think you'll love it. The best and newest Mexican restaurant on Panama City Beach, right across the Navy base on Thomas Drive. Go check it out. Tell David Coach sent you in there. We think you'll love it. The Legend was in here yesterday. 20 Wildcat this year. Coming up will be his 25th year taking care of Bay County athletes. Is that not incredible?
The great saxophonist, Dr. Chad.
Yes. He does not use cigars. He is a saxophone-only player. Guy's incredible and does a great job. If you get any type of injury, go see Chad. The guy is unbelievable. Rudy's Barbecue on Back Beach Road. Lorelei Layton Room in the back is incredible. Go check it out. You can have a football banquet, basketball banquet, chamber meeting, whatever you want to do, you can do it at Rudy's Barbecue. It's one of Jason Kovaleski's favorite places. And, Jason, I think that's the reason you're built so well.
Maybe. I mean,
get plenty of protein.
Oh, absolutely. Their brisket's amazing. I get that cream corn, new potatoes. The turkey's good. They have a lot of good food. I like the Rudy's beans and the jalapeno sausage sausage is excellent as
I
well.
saw Dennis Bush tear up one of those baked potatoes.
Oh yeah, the loaded
sausage
baked, yeah.
and whatever he got on top of it.
They got a potato with brisket, cheddar cheese, butter.
He ate every inch of it. There was nothing left on his plate.
Yeah, it's good.
Boy can eat. Unbelievable. Get out to Rudy's Barbecue. And they cater. They cater, Wildcat. You can't beat that.
7 o'clock for breakfast.
One of my favorite places, and yours, and I'm going to be over there next Tuesday, that's Beef Row Brady's in Lynn Haven. The city commissioner, he owns Beef Row Brady's in Lynn Haven. We're talking about Pat Perno, one of the best at whatever he does. The guy's incredible.
Knows how to run a business.
He can do anything. But the food is, but we know what I love about, like you've talked about, you walk in, they're always got smiles on their face. They always greet you. They never have a bad day. That's what I love about going there. Now, they're wonderful people. The food's outstanding. Try that Cuban sandwich, too. And on Wednesday, you get 10 wings and a side for $9.99. We'll be right back with Jim Barant, FSU, Jason Kovaleski, Wildcat, the Kentucky Wildcat himself, which is outstanding in tennis and baseball.
Leave me alone.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ES. Where you're at, Michigan Eddie, you can dish it out, but you sure can't take it. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents
Wrestling Against Cancer, number 9.
Saturday, April 27th at Bayhaven Charter Academy. In the main event, it's a tag team showdown with Exodus versus Mike Steele and Mr. 850. Then, Kelly Mann and Kelly Clark in the Wrestling Against Cancer Championship bout. Plus, exciting women's wrestling. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time 6:30.
More information, ESPNPC.com.
Hi, I'm Tracy, your diamond girl at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. Shopping for the perfect diamond can be difficult, but that's why I've trained my staff to be helpful and to offer you a stress-free diamond experience. Pick your sparkle and use our easy layaway plan. Every woman deserves an exquisite diamond from your diamond girl at Tracy's Fine Jewelry. We don't work on commissions.
We work for smiles and high dues.
So if you're tired of high-pressure salespeople, stop by and see us today at Tracy's Fine Jewelry.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
Paid for by Steel Man Pills. 800-261-7365. 800-261-7365. 800-261-7365. That's 800-261-7365.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
I'm not doing it. Let's sit here and protest. We're protesting a you.
That's Glenn Manley playing.
Yeah. FSU update. FSU
anything
update.
about FSU, and you've been doing
What time is it?
It's supposed to be at 7:30.
What are you usually doing for
7:45 is what I've got on my schedule.
What do you got on your schedule, Jim? 7:30.
7:30.
Mine's 7:30.
Come on,
Jason, what's your
Wildcat.
schedule?
7:30.
He can't handle it. We brought about. We're not talking Kentucky. Florida State. Woo! Hey, listen, we can't help it. Y'all can't play basketball. Don't take it out on us. It's not our fault.
By God, we can play tennis.
You can make a strong career playing tennis.
Tailgating for tennis is nothing better. I mean, really, you enjoy
That's
it. Yeah. Anyway.
Girls in short skirts and tennis rackets.
FSU updates brought to you by Newbies. Get out, Newbies have a great time. I think John's been here quite a bit lately. Great place to go. Newbies 2 on the Curve. You go watch all sporting events. The Mothership, They got bingo on Thursday. Go there about 12, have a lunch, and start playing some bingo. Have a great time. But Charlotte's going to have the best bands in the Southeast every Friday and Saturday night, and that's the reason everybody goes there. And it's a legendary place throughout. Heck, not even the Southeast, the country. They all know about Newbies. Great people. Always giving back to the community. Get to Newbies, have a great time, and thank you for the FSU update. Jim, what do you have today on FSU?
Well, I watched a little bit of their...
Not 740 FSU, 730 FSU.
I watched a little bit of their showcase, air quotes there, their showcase the other day. Well, I'll get to that. But the biggest thing to me was, because, we go to Perry a lot, because, we lived in Perry,
Got a house over there.
Got a house over there. So we go by the stadium a lot. That's one of the ways you can go. And you can't really tell from the outside what the heck they're doing. So I was really curious, what are they actually doing? Because you kept saying, oh yeah, their enrollment, their capacity is only going to be 55,000. And I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, you're only going to have 55,000 people in there? What the heck are they doing? And then I watched the showcase, and I couldn't really tell. And then finally they showed all the stands on the home side, all of them are gone.
Wow.
Gone.
Yeah.
That would be like, go to Tommy Oliver and take, on the home side, the press box side, and take all the stands out between there and the track.
Yeah. But the press box still there.
But the press box is
Really?
I'm serious. There's nothing there. So
Did they say, because Tommy's the one that said 55,000.
I'm going to get to that. You want me to do this or not?
Yeah, it's questions. It's questions and answers. It's so interesting. There's questions.
So anyway, I'm thinking to myself, how in the world are they going to get it back to? We only got like 4 months here.
Right.
How are they going to get this back? So I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that's going to be ready in time. So I listened to the show yesterday. Oh yeah, it's going to be ready. I'm thinking, there's no way. You can't. So I looked it up. See, inquiring minds want to know. You look, you research, you have an inquisitive mind.
So it says there.
Not true. It's opinions.
You just don't accept the SEC crap. Just add, no, this is true because we're better.
We're coming.
We're coming. So anyway, they're going to put, FSU, they're going to put 7,000 temporary seats on the home side for the season, okay? So for 2024 football season, they're going to have 7,000 seats in the space that now has nothing, okay?
That once had 55.
All right. I wrote down the date. The grand reopening is going to be, where the heck is it? I got it here somewhere. I wrote it down. It's here somewhere. Okay, so the grand reopening is going to be August 30th, 2025, and that's when it's going to be 55,000. So I'm thinking to myself, and I looked up ticket prices. They're like $400, $500 a ticket or a seat. So I did a little math. They've reduced their capacity by 24,000 people. Okay, let's say $500 a shot. That's $12 million that they are willingly just giving away. So I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be some way they're making up this revenue. You can't just throw away $12 million. So they're going to have heck of loges or something, the Tommy Santamont wing or something, or Glenn Manley room.
Skyboxes, yeah.
Luxury suites.
Luxury, yeah.
But they're not going to be up at the press box level, though. It's going to be between it's like, again, just imagine in your mind, Tommy Oliver having a skybox between the press box and the track at Tommy Oliver.
Right.
So it's not going to be like in big pro stadiums where they're up high and they circle. It's going to be one side.
It's going to be down low, right?
Yeah, it's going to be lower between like the field and the press box. So I don't know how it's going to...
Do they have any pictures of the finished product?
You can't really tell anything. It wasn't really good. So I'm thinking to myself... conspiracy theories, you got to try to connect the dots. Well, maybe this is why they're looking to get more money to make up for the lost revenue from just the seating part of it.
Yeah.
You're taking out 24,000 people out of your stands every game. Think of Ohio State or Alabama or anywhere.
Alabama did that. They lowered it.
24,000 people?
No, about 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah, Ohio State did it too when they put in their luxury boxes.
They sell those for so much more. They make more money with the boxes than they do.
Absolutely.
They're making money.
Oh, yeah. So it's just, visually I had a hard time going, I just don't understand how they're going to do this.
I just can't believe it's going to be 55,000. If they go to the Big Ten or SEC, that's going to be way too small.
Right.
They can charge whatever they want then.
That's smaller than like...
That's like Georgia Tech, right?
The stadium that Ole Miss plays in, and Arkansas and all them people. You know,
Arkansas 72.
Yeah.
It's like So what I'm getting at, there's got to be some way they're making up for that lost revenue. Either they're jacking the prices up.
Supply and demand.
Well, the luxury boxes themselves are bringing more revenue than the actual seats because they're like $25,000 to rent
or more.
Yeah, or more. Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it unless they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, but it's just like
But it does hurt the game day atmosphere when you go into a stadium with 55,000 versus with one with 85,000. You're playing, Miami or Alabama comes to town. That's a huge number.
Wasn't it about 80,000?
About 84, I thought.
No, I looked it up for the 2023. It was 79,560.
Okay, about 80,000.
So right about 80,000.
Yeah.
And getting back to the ticket prices, my sister who still lives in Cleveland, her and her husband have had Browns tickets forever, probably 25 years by now. And the way it is for them, just to get on the list to get the tickets, you got to pay X amount of money.
My condolences, though.
Yeah, and I think they've won 4 games in that time. And I think that's probably what they're doing for that kind of stuff too. You got to get on a waiting list. You got to pay X amount just to get the privilege to get it.
Right. And then more money you give, the better you move up on the list and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
They make big money on these luxury suites, though. I mean, the food, the drinks.
It's nice.
These are like doctors and lawyers.
So when just from a pro stadium point of view, when you think luxury boxes, you think ones that ring the field, high up all the way around. That's not what it's going to be.
I'm surprised they weren't able to have the luxury boxes and keep the stadium count a little bit higher because what Ohio State did, and I think Alabama did this, they dug down the field, lowered the actual bottom, added seats to the bottom, and then they were able to add the luxury suites to the ones they had taken out. So who knows what they're doing over there. It sounds a little weird they're only going to have 55,000 for a school like Florida State.
Right.
I was really surprised.
Well, Alabama, some of their best tickets are in the end zone because they got that big party area behind it.
Right.
You go into the room and it's all the food and stuff. You got your own locker back there. It's pretty cool.
I don't know exactly what the final product's going to be. But when I saw that there was no stands, there was nothing.
So I did not know. So this coming up year, they're going to have 7,000
temporary seats.
God,
on the home
weird.
On the home side.
That's not as many now.
Because people always used to make fun of the joke. It looks like a big erector set, and it did.
Right.
And that's kind of what it's going to happen. Because you can't imagine they're going to be cement bleachers. They're going to be like a high school stadium, I would imagine.
But the game day atmosphere was great, especially in big games. I mean,
but have you seen the picture of it now? It's weird. I mean, it's just weird the way it looks right now.
I haven't seen it.
The one whole side is just like gone. Just like I said, get in your head.
Look up, you see a press box at the top, and that's it.
Press box.
If only we knew some major Florida State boosters that could call in and give us some opinions on it.
Well, Tommy's got 2 or 3 boxes over there.
Manley's got 3 or 4.
What about the Florida State baseball search committee?
Bill doesn't know.
He might.
The mayor might know.
That's what I'm saying.
The mayor might know.
Yeah.
But I'm like you. Why didn't they just put them above, like tear down that press box and put that kind of stuff on top like they do in the NFL? That way you still have 80,000 there. It must be something the way that it's built, obviously, or they went with.
They're trying to be like Miami.
The final cost of this project what's allocated is $255 million renovation.
Well, we'll go back. How much?
$255 million.
Good God.
So somebody's stroking a check. I think Bill Allen finally got the checkbook out.
Yeah. It's about time he did something for the university.
It's about what Tommy Oliver took this building.
That was good.
That's good. That's true. So anyway, and then you got the NFL draft on Thursday. In 2 days, and I'm sure Florida State will have some people get drafted. Jared Verse, I imagine, is going to go very high.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, those guys will go for sure. The quarterback, Jordan Travis, I don't know. He might be Brock Purdy be the last man standing or whatever they call it.
He might be a good depth piece. I'm not sure that he's an NFL caliber starter just because of his size and injury history. But, I mean, the kid's competitors. We'll see what happens.
And we'll get more on the FSU Stadium as we go on. Tommy knows a lot about it. Tommy's family was really best buddies with the AD. And they're not doing this. It's going to look nice when it's done.
I'm not saying it won't look good. It's just, you look at it now.
This year.
It's like, what?
I'm like you. When I saw it, I said, there's no way they're going to have that finished.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they're not playing in Jacksonville or something just for the year.
No. They'd lose too much money. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We got a phone call? Okay.
We're going to take a break.
Okay, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Let's talk about some of our wonderful, outstanding sponsorships like Max Fit Sports Nutrition. You'll look better, feel better. Jason Kowaleski. Jason, where are the two places we can go to meet with you?
We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Two great locations. Come visit with Jason, especially if you have a son or daughter that's involved in sports, or just somebody you want to get look better, feel better, bigger, stronger, lose weight. They can do it all down there. They are incredible. Seriously, they are really that good. Go check them out and visit with Jason. And his whole crew down there does a great job. Also, newbies. Yeah, newbies have a great time. I thank them for the FSU update brought to you by John and Charlotte, the owners of newbies. They do a great job. Dr. Ward, the legend, every Wednesday, 7:30, right here. What's going on with the Florida Gator baseball? We'll ask Dr. Ward. He's got a good baseball team also. Paparazzi Pizza, you love it. You know you do. You got to get down there and have a wonderful time on Thomas Drive. There's 3 restaurants in one. The bakery is the best you'll get anywhere. The Paradise Cake, Napoleon, the Carrot Cake. They got it all right down there. It's outstanding. Pizza's second to none. It's unbelievable. Everybody says it's the way they bake. I think it's everything. It's everything about their pizzas. Unbelievable. And they got a bar in there now, Paparazzi. And Big John's retired police officers. That reason alone we should pack the place out every single day. Also, you want your yard to look beautiful? Turpro Petco can make it happen for you. And if you want to go shopping and get something nice for, we've been giving John a hard time. I think we're going to go buy him something down at David Adamson Jewelry.
That works for me on Highway 77 in Lynn Haven, 830 Highway 77. Or take some of the jewelry that the wife has laying around, get it appraised, get it cleaned, get it fixed. They do it all right there.
Yeah. I think we're going to do that. I think it's grab some of Julie's jewelry, take it down, and have it designed something for you. Taking care of business, Elvis. We're right back, 104.3. Give us a call, 215-6290, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Hi, this is Jack Patterson inviting everyone out for a night of exciting professional wrestling. It's Wrestling Against Cancer number 9, Saturday, April 27th at Bay Haven Charter Academy. Tickets are still just $12. Ages 6 to 17 only, $8. 5 and under get in free. Proceeds go to 16-year-old Jaden for medical expenses. The Wrestling Against Cancer number 9. More info at ESPNPC.com.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm at 60. And sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 78. Friday, the high will reach 78 with mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts and Deli. Call 763-1627.
Ready to save big on the #1 selling car brand in the world? We've extended our best deals of the year throughout the month of April. Get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until you make your first payment on a new Camry. Get 2.99% on the sporty Corolla. Ready for 2.99% on a new RAV4? And get 2.99% on the tough Tundra. Wherever life leads, there's a Toyota for you. Right here at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires April 30th. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com. Attention homeowners, are you dreaming of a backyard oasis? Look no further than S&R Fencing, your go-to destination for quality outdoor transformations. At S&R, they specialize in crafting custom fences, decks, retainer walls, and all exterior construction that not only enhances the beauty of your home, but also stands the test of time. Their experienced team takes pride in delivering top-notch craftsmanship with a personal touch. S&R Fencing, locally owned, licensed, and insured, and a member of the BBB.
Hi, this is Ryan Mulvey. Join me weekdays starting at 11 for the Inside Drive. The latest sports stories, the biggest reactions, and even sports betting right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael studio on on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey, do you care?
I don't care.
No, he don't care.
No.
How about your bad self? Tommy just sent us a picture of the stadium. I love the brick outside. I think it's a beautiful facility. I really do.
Yeah, outside looks good.
Yeah.
It really does.
And back in the 70s, that thing was small. I remember that. All right, talking about the NFL draft tomorrow, Thursday night, you guys being Thursday morning, that's going to be Nick Saban's first appearance as a new member of the ESPN family. He'll be doing College Game Day and also stuff like this. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. NFL draft. Question, just a couple things. I've made notes and just see what you guys think, because I don't follow it very much and really don't have a lot of interest in it, to be honest with you, unless they're Alabama players and SEC players and Florida State players. But here we go. Question to you, both you experts, and it's just an opinion. Will it be 1, 2, and 3, 4, first 4 picks, yes or no, quarterbacks?
I'm going to say no.
No.
I'm going to say the first 3 will be, Bo.
First 3? Okay, Jim? No.
No, definitely not.
The answer, no. I'm writing down both.
Marvin Harrison will be in there somewhere.
All right, Georgia's tight end, Brock Bowers. Will he go in the top 10? Remember this before you answer. In the last 10 years, 9 tight ends have been picked in the first round. Last 10 years, 9 tight ends have been picked in the first round. Will he go in the top 10?
I'd say he's a first rounder for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Top 10? Top 10? No, I don't think so.
I think he lands between 8 and 12. So to me, this is a coin toss. I'm going to say no, just because. But I do think he's good enough. I don't see him at that big physical blocking type. So he's not a complete tight end, but he's.
Neither is Kelsey.
No, but Kelsey doesn't block. I think he's like borderline 8 to 12 is where I think.
Yeah, he'll be a first rounder for sure.
Okay, so we got 2 no's for the first 2 questions, and we'll go. I'll keep this to Thursday. All right, this one I think is pretty easy. Vikings, they draft Oregon's quarterback, Bo Nix.
I'm going to say no.
No,
I agree with you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
I think they're positioning to try to get McCarthy.
Okay, we can either say the entire draft or the first 2 rounds, whatever you guys want to agree on. Will there be more offensive players picked or defensive players picked? You don't say the first 2 rounds? First 2 rounds.
Yeah.
What we have? More offense, more defense? I say offense.
I'm going to go offense because I think it's a quarterback wide receiver class. I mean, I think there's it's a deep wide receiver class.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Offense. All right. Who will have the most draft picks overall, the Big Ten or the SEC?
SEC.
Jim? Michigan's supposed to have...
Ohio State's not going to have any picks at all. I think everybody returned. I think they might have 4 or 5 total, but...
Probably SEC. That's
okay.
They normally do.
Yeah, no surprise.
It's not the top 3-4 teams that are different. It's that middle group from 10 to 4.
Right. I just think the SEC... There's a big difference in everybody. That's just me. All right, number 6.
Means more.
The national championship resides in the Big Ten.
That's right.
And the number 1 team in the country might.
They cheated, though. They cheated. They knew our plays at Alabama. I knew that.
True.
They knew it. All right, number 6. This is the question. Georgia last year had the record, 15 players drafted. Michigan, will they break the record, most players selected in a single NFL draft?
No. I would say they'll go at 12.
15's a big number.
And I said break it, not tie, so that'd be 16.
No, I know. I'm going to say no just because it's such a big number. They'll have multiples, Don, but they'll be in the double figures for sure.
I'm with you. I say no.
They have a lot of guys that are good, but I think they'll be undrafted free agents. I think they got about 4 or 5 guys that are pretty good. I think they'll play in the NFL, but I don't think they're going to get drafted.
We'll see.
Okay, this is still evolving the draft. Former Oregon, Alabama, Auburn quarterback Bo Nix, betting odds. A lot of people think he could go to Denver. Russell Wilson is gone, I believe. 12th pick overall first round. I don't know. There's one NFL insider saying, hey, watch out. Bo Nix won't even go in the first round. Will Bo Nix go in the first round?
There's so much smoke and mirrors with the NFL draft. It's hard to know who's lying, who's telling the truth. Here's my take. You get these NFL guys say, yeah, we want guys with a lot, at quarterback especially, we want guys with a lot of experience. Well, I got news for you, Chief. NCAA record is Bo Nix. He started 61 games.
Right.
There's nobody that has more experience than him. So if that's really the thing that you're looking for, he's got it in spades. As opposed to Trey, whatever his name was, in North Dakota State, had
Lance.
played like 3 games.
Right.
His senior year. So first round, he's good enough to. Well, now whether he will or not, I don't know. But everybody's lying. You don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know. We'll see.
I say no. I think J.J. McCarthy's going to be that kind of mid-round, first-round quarterback.
So I think second?
I think goes second or third.
What? Yes or no?
I think his age plays against him in the NFL.
We're still talking about Bo Nix?
Yeah.
He probably won't.
Okay, so 2 no's.
But he's good enough to. I mean.
Okay. All right, here we go. Here's the betting lines on Bo Nix, what they believe could happen. Top 5 teams, current odds, going to Denver, which minus 175. That's where they think he's going to go. If that's true, I think they got the 10th or 12th pick. Vikings, plus 425. I was hearing the guy from USC. Raiders, plus 500 for Bo Nix. The Giants, plus 700. And the Saints, plus 2,000. What do you think? Will he go to one of those 5 teams?
Probably. I mean, those are the teams that are going to be picking, down in the first round or second round.
Yeah, probably.
So
we all say yes on that. Okay.
I think the top 3 teams are going to, take quarterbacks. I think Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and Caleb Williams will be off the board. Then we're going to really see who they value next. Is it going to be Penix? Is it going to be Nix? Is it going to be McCarthy? I think McCarthy sounds like the guy that everybody has in that 4th slot, pretty solid. But who knows? Like he said, they're smoke and mirrors with these teams. Teams are putting out false information now, trying to position themselves. Quarterback's the most important spot, and it's hard to kind of diagnose which one of these quarterbacks is going to be successful on that level.
All right, here we go. Where will LSU's quarterback Daniels go? Washington, the 2nd pick. What do you think? Or maybe the Bears.
I think Washington. I think he played well enough to solidify him as the 2nd quarterback. I think Drake May could have that like Josh Allen type effect where maybe he didn't have the huge college, hoopla around him, but I think he's a really, really physically gifted quarterback. So, but I think Jaden Daniels proved everything he needed to prove to be that 2nd pick.
All right.
Washington?
Probably. But then I heard in the car the other day, I think it was yesterday, people talking about that Jaden Daniels doesn't want to go to Washington. I got news for you. Their checks cash just like everybody else's checks. And when people say that, it's like, why do you say that?
I don't get that.
I don't get it. I just don't. I mean,
if you think a franchise is bad, they're picking you to make them good. So what you're saying is you don't have confidence in yourself to make that team.
Let me ask you, if Washington has a 2nd pick and both are available, you go Williams or Daniels, USC quarterback or LSU quarterback?
I personally never bought into the hype of Williams. I think he's undersized. I think he looks just like Bryce Young. I think he looks just like Murray. I think he plays that style of game, and neither one of them have taken their teams to like deep playoff runs. They're not Super Bowl contenders. I don't see the hype on that. I think he had a terrible year last year. He wasn't even voted a team captain. That shows red flags to me about, what type of locker room guy he is. So I never thought Caleb Williams was the guy that they're hyping. So I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback. I think Drake May is a better quarterback. But
so Williams is not going to be the 1st pick.
Oh, 100% he's going to be the 1st pick. I'm saying he's not going to be the superstar that everybody's making him out to be. But he's going to be the 1st pick. I think it's a done.
Nothing illustrates the point of who you go to better than last year with Stroud and Bryce Young.
Right.
One goes to a team that's god-awful and has a terrible year. The other one goes to a team that's kind of got their stuff together and does great.
Right.
It's not just the fact that one's taller or bigger or stronger. That's all true, too, but it's the system. Who are you surrounded with? Justin Fields going to Chicago. You can't. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, runs a 4.4. He's not athletic or gifted enough to play in the NFL.
Right.
I mean, come on.
But I don't think the Bears got rid of Justin Fields to draft Jaden Daniels. I mean, they're similar quarterbacks.
Yeah, they are.
Or Drake May. I think they want Caleb Williams. I think they believe the hype.
Right.
All right. Do you believe Williams goes to the Bears?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Let me write this down. All right, we'll find out Friday.
We'll find
get
out.
back in here Friday. Thursday, we'll be here, all three of us, and then Friday. And again, I want to congratulate Smitty again for Kentucky. I did have another note here. It's Kentucky's men's tennis
you
team.
You didn't get the latest news flash from the sports world. Mississippi State and Alabama are tied in the pickleball championship.
There you go.
Hey, baby,
Just means
it just
more.
means more. We are good at picking anything. We can do it.
Saban leaves, and y'all would turn into a pickleball school.
Yep. Well, we are basketball power now.
Good job.
And if they win it, that'll give you 4 more in football, too.
Another national championship.
Did you see that list the other day? You might even post it, because you usually post lists about the SECs like that they have him as the number 1 basketball coach in the SEC now with 1 Final Four. Over Coach Cal, over
Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl. It was.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Ranking the SEC basketball coaches. We will cover that list here soon.
So I want to laugh at it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jason Kovaleski. Unbelievable. God, people are so negative around here. All right, let's get it in.
It's not
here.
homers like you.
Get to J. Michael's Restaurant. They have a great meal, the best seafood, the coldest beer, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. South Oak Tile Closing. Do what Mark Cowart does down on 30A, one of the top brothers in the country, and Beth Moe. They all use South Oak Tile Closing. Chuck Tucker. You should do the same thing for all your real estate closing. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number 1, not even close. Locals, taking care of locals throughout Northwest Florida. Charlie Core's Place on 15th Street. Beautiful facility. Unbelievable home cooking. It's great. Daily specials. Pick out a meat and 3 sides. You can't beat it. And then the Friday, Saturday, Sunday night specials are outstanding. Friday night, fried fish or grilled, baked beans, cheese grits, or french fries, rolling a tea. Then Saturday, get you some fried shrimp or grilled shrimp, whatever you want. And then the big one, every Sunday night, fried chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, creamed corn, roll in a tea at Charlie Corn's Place right there on 15th Street. We think you will love it. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents
Wrestling Against Cancer, number 9.
Saturday, April 27th at Bay Haven Charter Academy. In the main event, it's a tag team showdown with Exodus versus Mike Steele and Mr. 850. Plus exciting women's wrestling. Tickets still just $12. Ages 6 to 17, only $8. 5 and under, free.
More information, ESPNPC.com.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm at 60. And sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 78. Friday, the high will reach 78 with mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
WPLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lynn Haven. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey folks, Chris Kramer with Bill Kramer GM. And the best place to listen to the Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey is inside a brand new vehicle from Bill Kramer GM. And I want you to know we've got 10 times the amount of inventory on the ground as we did this time last year, and darn near all of them are discounted. So shop us online at BillKramerGM.com or visit us the corner of Frankfurt and 23rd. We'll make it easy and take great care of you.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The tradition continues.
Lots of force on this one. Hello, Chop House. A 2-run homer.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
pickleball.
Pickleball. Woe time, baby. Alabama Updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning, one of the best companies around. Jason started this company.
He did. I think he did.
Did a great job. They take care of everybody throughout the Panhandle of Florida. The most honest guy I know.
If he was running this country, we wouldn't have the problems we had.
I wish he was running this country.
I don't know.
But he does a great job. Call him anytime, day or night. They're there for you, as we all know. And if you get a brand new one, it's the only thing you actually can buy that pays for itself over a period of time because you save so much money every single month in your power bill. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Thank you for the Alabama update. Alabama needs, what do they need following spring football practice? Another article on this.
Quarterback.
A turf field.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, the field needs to look a lot
needs a little
better,
work.
especially when we get ready for those December games.
That 3-9 from Milrow too. I don't know.
Alabama has 2 scholarship opening right now to work with for transfer players and transfer players only at this time. Could be more. That's what we've been told too. As we all know now, people can transfer in, transfer out. We're in the transfer period right now. What do we need? And he talked about it. What do they expect from Alabama? We expect to win championships. People and players come here for that reason. I came here for that reason. We're not going to change that. We want to win championships here at Alabama. We want that type of people to come here and play. Alabama's biggest needs are offensive line and defensive backs. We do get Proctor back. They get big kids, 6'7", 365, All-American freshman All-American team from Iowa. I don't know if you ever did anything at Iowa. I don't know about us in Iowa. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just glad we got him back. Get him back in the weight room. It looks like he hadn't been lifting weights when I saw him on the sidelines. We need to get him back and get him in shape.
Lose some weight.
Yeah.
Lose some weight.
The kid has a chance to be outstanding. Got to get him back in the weight room, get him working hard. And that will definitely help Alabama. The biggest thing with Bama, the backups, is not the first 5, it's the second 5 you got a little concerns. Well, that's what everybody in college football now. People are not waiting their turn.
Transfers.
It's not about the team. It's about me. So they're transferring out, trying to get as much money as they can and get on the playing field. And it's legal now, so, whatever. Coach talked about we're looking for the right guys, the right fit for us, not necessarily about talent, even though you got to have talent. We know that. But they have to fit in. They have to meet our needs. And I agree with everything he said about that. You can have the best player in the world with a star attitude. It doesn't even matter. Then there's talk about the kid from Colorado that left, Deion
McClain.
Yeah. I don't know if we're looking at him or not. I know several schools are. And when you're dealing with Colorado, I think you need to look at both sides.
Right.
Deion can be a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of players that come out and speak out after they leave that don't shed a glowing light on what's going on over at Colorado. But, some of these kids also are a headache. So who knows what the thing is. We know Kwamani Clank is a tremendous athlete and tremendous talent. So I think Auburn's kicking the tires with him, Alabama. I think Alabama's trying to get back on offer. The kid, that's in state, that's committed to Ohio State. I know he's taking a trip to Florida, so he's still taking visits. So there's another option for a defensive back. So there's a lot to be played out. The portal's open again. I mean, you got high school kids in 25 still, uncommitted and still out there. So Alabama's done a tremendous job. I will say this about DeBoer. He kind of stabilized recruiting. I thought it was going to maybe go south a little bit with the transfers, and they were, kind of missing a couple of high school kids. But was it Ryan Turner? What was the wide receiver that they landed? That was a big, big land for him, because after that, the ball seemed to start rolling. So they're looking really good for next year.
And being quite honest with you, I don't think it should ever drop off too much.
No.
You go look at the facilities, look at the tradition, they win. The money NFL players make and play at Bama, they sell all that stuff. They should be pretty good. All they had to do is follow what Saban had in place, keep the guys that were there, recruiting staff, and they've been in great shape. So we'll see how it plays out in the next couple of years. But he did talk about talent and fitting in. And he said, talk about the competition. We need these backups that can play, that they can fight for the starting job. It makes your entire team, and it makes a lot of sense what he's saying. It makes your team better. You need to compete on the field every time they walk on that football field. DBs, he said, we need DBs. DBs are involved in all of our special teams. So it's not just the defensive back position. Can they play in these other different areas? And if they're a defensive back, they're good enough athlete to play back there, they can play in all the special teams.
Stay away from ours.
Yeah.
We got like 7. I'm afraid a couple of those might transfer out.
Now, Bama's got that. They signed the best defensive backfield, the three of the best in the country. They were all ranked extremely high, really good football players. It's just they don't have experience. It's hard to jump into the SEC or the Big Ten and play at that level where most of those guys are going to be the ones that go into the NFL. You got to learn the schemes. You got to learn terminology, and it's hard to learn all that stuff and get out there and play at your highest level. You got to know what you're doing. You can't be second guessing. What am I supposed to do? You got to know what to do.
Plus, an 18, 19-year-old kid going into a program like that, when you got major NFL talent everywhere, big physical guys, that's a tough transition there.
Yeah, and that's the problem. So it's not that they can't play; they just don't know what they're doing yet. So they want to get some guys that have been on the field, that have played before, that have experience in that position, and that's really what they're looking for. The ones they have are going to be pretty dang good in a year or two, but we'll see for right now. We had one that had the ability to come in and play and start and dominate as a true freshman. The problem is now he's in a different school.
He lives in Columbus, Ohio now.
I would not mention that name. But anyway.
He's never coming back.
Start that. I would never say never.
I think he would have entertained it, but when you sign these NIL deals now, they're putting things into the contracts where, hey, if you leave, you got to pay us back. So most of these kids spend that money pretty fast.
Get to the Ohio State lawyer, please.
Right.
Alabama did get USC's Jackson. I think he plays safety to come transfer in. That's going to help somewhat. He's got experience there. They were looking at SMU center. He could definitely help, but he's looking at Oklahoma, TCU, and some other places. I think his name is Hickman. FSU, Vance, I think is his name, a junior, one of the top on the board. I don't know. Maybe he just went to USC. I'm not sure. But they were looking at him. I don't know for a fact. I can't say for a fact they've offered. And this article didn't say that. He played 2 years at Louisville and has done a good job at Florida State. 44 total games he played in college, so he's got a lot of experience. And then Alabama's looking at somebody at Arizona State, a cornerback named Ed Woods. I don't know much about Ed Woods, but for them to look at him, he must be a really good athlete, and he does have a lot of playing experience. So that's just a few names that they are looking at. But the problem with the elite transfers, everybody's looking at them.
Right.
Everybody's trying to get.
Or their starters.
Right. So we don't know where the heck they're going to wind up or anything else. And it is true, if there are players from all these universities that get on the phone and call starters at other schools that position is, like let's say Alabama, we need offensive linemen, we need DBs. If our offensive linemen know players at other schools, you don't think they're calling the school, hey man, you come to Bama, you got a chance to play right now. And they get NIL deals are really good. It's not the coaches doing it, it's the players doing it. And evidently that's legal.
Probably what happened with Proctor. I mean, he left and there was no games, no issues, no, interaction with the Iowa coaching staff, and all of a sudden he decides that he wants to go back to Alabama. So somebody was in his ear. So, and that's all legal. There's nothing wrong with it, but that's the way college football is in this day and age.
Levi Wallace, an Alabama former great player at Alabama, signing with the Denver Broncos. He played for the Bills. He also played for the Steelers. He's 28 years old, so his lifespan is pretty short. With a great kid, great character kid at Alabama, really one of our favorite players, and I hope he does well for Denver. And we did get an All-American kicker from Miami of Ohio, Nicholson. Were y'all trying to get him too? Were y'all trying to get him?
If they had to have tried. He's the Luke Rosa Award winner. And
Luke Rosa went to Ohio State too. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure they went after him.
Okay, so our NIL might have been on this guy. We needed a kicker. We lost one of the leading scorer in NCAA history.
We got Caleb Downs. Y'all got a kicker.
I'll take it.
Thank you so much, Jason.
I'll take it.
Alabama baseball, Division I, D1 poll. There's all kinds of coaches poll. USA coaches poll. This one and another one. All-American baseball. America's another poll. But Alabama's ranked 23rd in the country. Tough schedule. And it's starting to show up.
Is Florida number one yet?
Florida, they're getting there. They're improving.
They've only lost 14 games, and they're up to
now,
number 6.
I will say they're now not in the top 25. I will say that with confidence. And real quick, Jason had pointed out something. When we get back, we might, maybe later today we can hit on it. Alabama's Coach Oates, number one coach in the SEC in basketball. We are the basketball face of the SEC.
They trying.
Anyway, that was interesting.
They did a phenomenal job last year. Let's give them credit. I mean, that defense looked terrible leading into the SEC championship game, and they went on a run, and they went through the Final Four. He got those guys to buy in, so that's
one thing he did, though, that a lot of people will not do anymore. He played a really tough non-conference school.
Right.
They played Purdue. They played some really good teams.
Played Ohio State up there.
And it helped. He said that when we were prepared for the tournament because the teams we played earlier, our record wasn't that great. They learned from it, and they got better as the year went on, so I got to give him credit. They Final Four, first time in school history.
Yeah.
We get back. I hope we have Ronnie Brown, the former great All-American running back from Auburn. Andy will be back with us during August when football starts back, but right now we're going to switch gears and go to Ronnie Brown, if we can get him. There's no guarantees, but we're going to try.
And some other different guests as well.
I don't know about that. All right, Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want your yard to look absolutely gorgeous? Pat can make it happen for you. Give Pat a call. He'll be there for you. Turf Pro Pest Control, number one. No question about that. And we just talked about David Adams and Fine Jewelry. They do a great job. They design jewelry like no other. They do it right there on facility. Wildcat, they don't have to mail it off and it's gone for a week or 6 weeks.
Sometimes they'll do it while you're standing.
While you're waiting
right
there. Yeah, they're great people. You'll love Russell. David does. You'll love them. They are outstanding people. They do an incredible job. Great facility. Go check it out. We think you'll love it. Glenn, Michigan Eddie, they've all gotten stuff down there. It's really good. Good stuff, no doubt about that. Also, Paparazzi Gourmet Deli, 3 restaurants to run, do an incredible job. And Max Fitz Moist Nutrition. You look better, feel better. Jason Kovaleski can make it happen for you. And if you worry about your skin, skin cancer can be deadly. 5 minutes can save your life. And Dr. Ward's got offices throughout Northwest Florida. Call, make an appointment. He'll take care of you. 5 minutes can save your life. Dr. Ward, 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Come on now. If you wanna go and take a ride with me, we 3 willing in the 4 with the ghosties. Oh, why do I live this way? Hey, must be the money.
Your attention, please. ESPN Northwest Florida reminds you it's the law. It's the law. When there's a double red flag, stay out of the water, stick your toes in the sand, grab a cold drink, and listen to live sports.
Swung on this, strike 3.
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Double play!
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm at 60. And sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 78. Friday, the high will reach 78 with mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
Paid for by Steel Man Pills. 800-261-7365. 800-261-7365. 800-261-7365. That's 800-261-7365.
You don't know what his problem is.
Quit calling, we're all hurting.
But it's probably hard to pronounce and untreatable.
That don't feel so good.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
I love it, baby. I love it. Auburn Updates brought to you by Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. You're over in Lynn Haven, get out to Beef O'Brady's, have a great time. Pat does a great job down there. And don't forget Wednesday, 10 wings and a side for $9.99. And they also got the 10 for 10 going on at all the Beef O'Brady's. But get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven, have a great time. All right, before we bring our guest, I want to talk about him. I watched this young man play college football at Auburn. You know, Pat Dye was there, Bud Casey, running back coach there for 11 years, and we would go Phil and I would go for 10 years straight, went to Iron Bowls. The guy took us to Alabama, and Bud, we guys took us at Auburn. I watched this kid play in person. He's not a kid anymore. I watched him play in person. Unbelievable. One of the top running backs in the history of Auburn. He came out of Cartersville High School in Georgia. Great recruit. I remember when he came out, hearing that name. One of Auburn's great running backs. Him and Cadillac Williams were unbelievable. Both of them played, I think it was 2002.
That team was unbelievable.
Yeah, in 2004, they were one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
But in 2002, he rushed, and this is after sharing carries with Cadillac, 1,800 yards. I'm sorry, 1,008 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's in 2002. 2003, he went through some injuries. 2003, 446 yards, 5 touchdowns. 2004, maybe the national championship team. They got robbed that year. 913 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's 7th in Auburn history, and we all know Auburn is kind of like the running back U. His total, 2,707 yards, which was 5th in Auburn history. 5th in touchdowns, I think, with 28. All SEC 2002, 2004. Ranked 2nd overall by Miami back in 2005. First Pro Bowl 2008. I think he played like 7 years for the Eagles in Miami. But in high school, I remember the name coming out of high school. He had almost 5,000 yards, 4,936 yards, 12 touchdowns, 3-year starters from the great state of Georgia. And I believe we have him on the phone, the legendary Ronnie Brown. Mr. Brown, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing today?
Let me tell you something. It's an honor to have you on the show. Watching you play and those Iron Bowls and what you did is incredible. I get to ask you, we're not talking about too much about Auburn right now. I want to talk about the past Auburn Tigers. What was it like for you coming out of Georgia? What do you remember most from your playing days at Auburn? It had to be something special the first time you came out in that stadium, in that huge stadium, and play. And what's one of your special memories of back then?
For me, I think it's more just the relationships, right? Like that I formed. I have even to this day, I have a group text where there's 13 of us, I believe, maybe 14, between, that joined Auburn between the 99 and 2002 class, 2003 class. And I think just the closeness and the bond that came out of those times was really important. My college roommate, Jason Campbell, is godfather of my kids, and then also, I'm the godfather of his daughter. And so those relationships and being in communication, doing life with that group of guys that, we went through and had some great times and, transitioned from young men to, aging adults. But, it was more so just the relationships and that timing that was created. Okay,
I want to ask you this. And I 2004, USC, I believe, played Oklahoma. I watched Auburn play that year. I was at your Iron Bowl that year. I thought y'all had one of the best teams in the country. You did not make the final two. What was that, the BCS back then?
I believe.
What was that like for you guys not to be selected when you're the best team in the SEC? I think you could, if you didn't beat Southern Cal, I think you would have gave a lot better game than Oklahoma. What was that like for you guys to work that hard and you think you're going to get there and it was taken away from you?
Well, it was disappointing. At the end of the day, you work hard, one, to get better at the game, but then to win, right? And so to go through that conference, as tough as it was, you look at the LSU, the Alabama teams, like, even some of the Georgia teams, even Mississippi State, like those were physical games, right? And so to go through that span for that season, it was really tough to get there and to not be able to be, in that game coming out of that conference. It was a challenge, very disappointing. And two, for us, it was the lead up to that. Like in 2003, we were considered to be, a pretty good team, but unfortunately from an offensive standpoint, we didn't live up to the standings. And, there was some coaching change offensively in terms of coordinators. And each year we had a new coordinator. So, you looked at between 2002, 2003, and 2004, it was a gradual process. Now, yeah, granted, we lost to USC, both of those previous years, and maybe BCS held that in their mind.
Right.
But for us, it was, each year we're getting better to get to that point, to hopefully build up to a national championship. That's the game. That's the name of it, right? Like, You have a disappointing season in 02. You come back and say, how can we get better? We improve. We start 2003, as number one. Unfortunately, we didn't. I believe that our defense it's probably notable as any team that I ever played on, just in terms of, some of the names that were there, the Carlos Dansby's, the Spencer Johnsons, the Jay Ratliff. So you look at that team and then say, okay, this was also a disappointing season. We didn't get the job done. So what can we do to get better in 04? Well, I felt like we did that. We put something in place. We got a new coordinator in Al Borges who, really created some opportunities for Jason, Carnell, and myself offensively to be able to create some balance, but create also a high-powered offense with some receivers and being able to be balanced. And so, when we did that, that was the goal. And to go through that season and make that jump from 2002 to 04, it's just, disappointing even to this day, like to say, what if, and you don't want to look at that way. It's like, could have been had we gotten an opportunity.
Yeah, I kind of feel like y'all were robbed. And I do believe what you said had some play in it. They saw the Southern Cal games in the past, and they thought, we've seen this, they've done that, they can't play with them. And then you saw what USC did to Oklahoma. I still think Auburn got robbed in 2004. I want to ask you this. What was the biggest difference from you when you leave the SEC and you go into the NFL? You got drafted by Miami. What's the biggest difference from college football and the professional football?
Well, I think we hear it all the time is the speed of the game, right? Like, it's just from an understanding standpoint, coming out of the SEC, I felt like it was just as physical as the NFL game, especially on a weekly basis. Yeah, there's some, very talented guys, but I think being mentally sharp and understanding the game on the next level, seeing things kind of, I think trying to be ahead of the curve, film study, understanding schematically what changes. I believe that's the biggest difference, being able to anticipate things before the snap. And, so things happen a little bit faster because of that, and you're around it so much. And so you're allowed to study a lot more. So I believe that's the biggest part of being able to, close that gap from learning how coaches expect things to be done versus how you're used to doing it, and then trying to pair that with just the natural athletic ability to be out and go be comfortable and do it, at the best that you can do it at a high level.
In the NFL, I don't know, it was with the Eagles or Miami, what game stands out to you? You felt like was your best performance?
I don't know, because I believe, and I, in a world of statistics, right? Like, it's hard to say because I'm not a statistics person. Obviously, statistics are important, when you talk about history and going down, but I never played the game for that. And so it was more of an impact, right? Like, so when I'm asked to do something, especially, when you look at my role as a running back, that, and you kind of evolve the game, the impact of, the running back may seem limited because, I think they've kind of devalued the position, but that's a very important position, and you need a very favorable guy back there being able to do that, whether it's in the running or passing game or protecting the, $100 million quarterback. So it just depends. But for me, it was just, okay, when I'm asked to do something in my role as a running back, splitting carries with Ricky Williams and, guys like that, it's like, how impactful am I to the game? Like, how did I do my job well? And so I wouldn't say there was an individual game that I look at. It's just, on an annual basis, my goal was to be able to do my job at a high level. So, I believe those first few years with limited opportunities carrying the ball, I felt like I had a decent impact on the game, in Miami's history of, what we did in that span, given that, I think some of the things that's minimized is within the 6 years I spent with Miami, we had 3 head coaches, we had an ownership change, and I probably played with 10 different quarterbacks in the span of that time. So, you kind of look at that in a holistic standpoint and say, wow, it probably wasn't a lot of success, in those years where we had some ups and down moments.
Right.
Let me ask you this. You played one of the loudest stadiums in the country. Auburn, if you've never been there, is crazy, especially the Iron Bowl, big game. Was there any environment in the NFL that compared to the SEC venues? I mean, to me, the SEC is crazy. LSU, playing in the swamp. In the NFL, isn't it a little bit different?
Yes. It's just on a weekly basis. Like, you don't get that fan interaction. You know, it's NFL, especially in Miami, because there's so many things to do, right? Like, if your team's not that great, then, you know, you got a basketball team, then you got the beach, then you got all kind of different cultures there, and so there's always something else to do versus a Green Bay, which, you know, pretty much the highlight of entertainment is the Green Bay Packers. And so, you know, you look at that versus on a Saturday in the SEC, it's pretty much football, right?
Right.
You're going to have close to 85 to 110,000 people showing up to a stadium, the teams or rooting against the other team. And so it's just hard to compare that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different feel.
Right. What's your title now with Auburn? I know are you doing radio with them during football games, or what are you doing?
Yeah, so a little bit of my spare time when I'm not, I'm working as a financial professional, but on weekends I'm involved in the capacity of I do some sideline radio as well.
Right, that's right. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming on. We'll call you next week and we'll get into Auburn football, baseball, but today we just want to talk about you. Man, you're a great football player. I heard great things about you being a good kid, and everything I heard about it has been positive, so great to have you on the show. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. And I'm gonna give you one thing. I'm like, so we accidentally take a few years off. So I made it 10 years in total. So
there you go.
That's incredible.
NFL pension there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that retirement money. All right, buddy. Thank you, Ronnie. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man.
The legendary Ronnie Brown.
Great player, great team. That was a phenomenal team. I would love to see them play USC back in the day when they deserved to.
And I really do believe what he said. They had a home and home with them, and USC beat them both times.
Yeah.
And I think the committee was like, we've seen this, we've been there, we're going to give Oklahoma a shot.
Next week I wanted to get his thoughts on the NIL and transfer portal from a former player. You know? I mean, we all talk about it, but I want to know what a former player that's been in a different era thinks about today's era of football.
Yeah, you do that. That'd be great. I just wanted to get a little background here. Everybody know who we're dealing with.
To have him.
We'll have him on.
Big
and Andy Burch will be back with us in August when we start college football back up. But Ronnie's going to spend some time with us now, talk about baseball, football, basketball, everything's going on up at Auburn. And he is a sideline reporter for them on Saturdays at Auburn.
Even though Bruce Pearl's only the fourth-ranked coach in the SEC.
Well, we'll talk about that when we get back. We want to thank Beef O'Brady's and Lynn Haven for the Auburn update. Get out there and have a great time. Try the Cuban sandwich. It's unbelievable. And Wildcat will tell you right now, the best onion rings you'll get anywhere. Oh, my goodness. I like their chips, too, man. They're good. We ought to go Tuesday. You can buy me lunch Tuesday.
I'm in.
It is Tuesday.
Jason can come. I tell you what, I'll buy yours. You buy Jason's.
I'll tell you what. Let me see how much money I can get a loan on my car.
Hey, if you're there, I'll buy your lunch. You deserve it. All right, let's talk about some of our other great people we have. Just like El Rodeo Tequila Bar and Grill right here on Thomas Drive, right across the street from the Navy base. Thursday night, karaoke. You have a great time on Thursday nights. They do a great job. Buy one, get one free happy hour. You can't beat that. Lunch specials Monday through Friday. Get any type of injury. Chad Mitchell is a legendary doctor, 25 years on Bay County sidelines. Make an appointment with Chad, see him, and you can listen to him every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Same thing with Dr. Ward. Every Wednesday, 7:30, he can visit with us. It'll be tomorrow. He'll talk about Florida baseball, basketball, football, everything you need to talk about. And he's got a good little baseball team he's got going on, and he just had a birthday, so we need to say happy birthday to him. We'll be right back. Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski, and the Kentucky Wildcat, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
America's team plays here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's number 10.
The Atlanta Braves on ESPN Northwest Florida. Charlie Morton, Max Fried, and Chris Sale lead the Braves' dominant pitching rotation.
That's 18 up, 18 down.
Sponsored by Panama City Toyota, LS Agency Insurance, Bestway Portable Buildings, PCB Hobby, and ESPN Northwest Florida.
Got him swinging. Strike 3.
Ready to save big on the #1 selling car brand in the world? We've extended our best deals of the year throughout the month of April. Get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until you make your first payment on a new Camry. Get 2.99% on the sporty Corolla, ready for 2.99% on a new RAV4, and get 2.99% on the tough Tundra. Wherever life leads, there's a Toyota for you, right here at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires April 30th. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
Hello, this is Rick Vossen with RV of Panama City, your local Stormore portable building dealer, located at 2241 East Baldwin Road. Shopping for a garage, portable building, cabin? We build them anywhere from 8 to 16 foot wide, 10 feet to 60 feet long. We can do insulation, electricity, transom dormers, thermal windows. Come, let's customize a building together. Rick Vossen, Stormore Portable Building Dealer, Panama City.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I hope you guys have a great day today. The weather's going to be absolutely beautiful. I don't know. I haven't even seen the forecast next time we have a chance for any kind of storms or anything, so it looks pretty good for right now.
There's no rain in the forecast for a week.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful, not too hot.
Stay out of your closet, keep your helmet off.
Yeah, but when you have a warning, get a helmet on, put your tennis shoes on, have a flashlight, have some communication, have a whistle to blow if the house blows in on you.
Full tank of gas.
Full tank of gas, especially in the summertime. When it gets half empty, go fill up. Okay, that's it. And we'll have more of
that
this.
is if you can afford it now.
Yeah, well, that's another. And we will be having the Mutual of Omaha updates as we go forward. I have one right now, but I'll save it.
Please don't.
All right, Jason's been asking for it. We'll give it to you right now. Ranking the SEC basketball coaches and staff. And we will give I'll go the first 5 names.
Let me hold in my laughter. Let me get prepared for
let's get Wildcats. He's a basketball expert. He wanted Cal gone. He's gone. He's got what he wanted. Then he changed. He flip-flopped, so let's just keep him. He didn't know what he wanted. Do you know what you want?
Well, I wanted Hurley to replace.
Yeah, we all do.
You didn't get him.
Yeah.
You did not get him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody didn't get the memo.
No. All right. Ranking SEC basketball staffs. Number 1 in the SEC, and we are a basketball power. Coach Oates, Alabama Crimson Tide. No, yes, no. Just be honest, fair.
No, and not just no, but heck no.
Well, who's better?
Well, Bruce Pearl, Rick Barnes. I mean, they've proven it over many times at multiple schools. I mean, they've been to multiple Final Fours.
What about Cal?
I'm not the biggest fan of Coach Cal because I think Coach Cal directly benefited from the one-and-done era, one-and-done players, and the things
What about Beard at Ole Miss?
I think Chris Beard's up there in the top 3 for sure.
Wildcat, Nate Oates, best basketball staff in SEC, yes, no?
Yes.
Ooh, take that.
Yes,
take
there.
that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, I like that. Be a man. Be a man. We're coming.
And I still say heck no.
All right, Jim.
All right, I'm going to use my old Southernism that you can probably relate to.
I can relate.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, okay?
Turn his mic off.
Yeah, they had a good season. They did. But the ones that he mentioned have done it multiple times at multiple schools. So
who won the SEC this year?
I'm just saying.
Not Alabama.
Yeah, it wasn't Alabama. That's right.
Look,
Auburn.
I will give him credit. I think he's a great coach. I think he can make it there. I just think other coaches have proven it more. I think other
He
coaches
took us to the Final Four. It's never
And
happened
for the
in school
record,
history.
2 of your starters are in the transfer portal and have left Alabama. Pringle and Sears are both out.
Right. And the year before was a little bit of a disaster.
We did get Auburn's
You had
guard.
players killing, women and stuff. So, my bad. We're not allowed to talk about that.
Can we focus on positive stuff? I mean,
Yeah.
I never bring up negative things.
Yeah,
about
you're never
Michigan.
doom and gloom.
Never. Ever.
Protesting.
Ohio State's killing college football transfers.
And Michigan Wolverines. All right, number 2, Barnes, Tennessee. Where's he rank in your opinion?
I think he's number 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
he is good. Wildcat, where's Barnes, Tennessee? Number 2?
Yeah, I'll go to 2.
Okay, Jim.
Barnes and Pearl are the top 2. I don't care which order you put them.
Okay, well, we have
3.
a disagreement here by the committee. Ole Miss Beard came in number 3 in this particular group.
I think as an X's and O coach and somebody that can build a program, because look what he did with Texas in a short period of time before he got ousted. I think he's up there, but I still think he has stuff to prove. So I would actually put, Bruce Pearl ahead of him.
Okay. Number 4, your boy, Wildcat, Coach Cal, Arkansas. Not Kentucky, Arkansas. They got him as the 4th best coach in the SEC. Where, in your heart, in your opinion, where is Coach Cal?
I don't think forward this year. I mean, no.
Lower. Okay.
I don't know his name, but
7-6.
what about the coach for the Gators?
He's at number 8.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's still got a lot to prove. I don't have Cal that high. I don't think he's a great coach. I think he's a great recruiter, and there's a difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at number 5, I don't get this. Here are my, all right, Coach Pearl has got to be one of the top in the SEC, and Oates, because Kentucky wanted both of them.
Yeah.
They wanted both of them.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah. So they got Auburn at number 5 in their staff. I think 1 or 2. Now, Barnes is good now. I'm with you. Barnes might be number 1.
Either him or Pearl. You can flip a coin on that one for me.
I do have Oates in the top 4.
I have him in top 4. I have him in top 3, to be honest.
I think. What about Beard? I think he's better than Beard.
He's still got stuff to prove. That stuff at Texas still lingered a little bit. He's got to prove something at Ole Miss to be able to be up there in the top 4. But I have him like at 4 or 5.
All right, here we go, Wildcat. Here's your top 16.
Oh.
Okay, not 14, but 16. Number 1's Alabama, coaching staff. Number 2's Tennessee. Number 3's Ole Miss. Number 4's Arkansas. Number 5, Auburn. And number 6, your Kentucky Wildcats. We don't know anything. I don't know if this guy can coach at Kentucky or in the SEC. How can they put him there? Number 7, Texas A&M. Does that sound right to you guys? Number 8, Florida. I'm with Jim. I think that guy done a good job.
I put him up there maybe 6.
Yeah.
With the way they play.
Higher than 8th. Yeah. Number 9, Texas. Don't know much about him.
He's an interim coach. He followed Beard, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't kept up with Texas. Number 10, Mississippi State. Number 11, Oklahoma. Number 12, South Carolina. Number 13, Missouri.
South Carolina coach should be up there a little bit higher to me.
Yeah.
Is that Paris?
Yeah.
Lamont
Missouri was supposed to help. When they came to the league, they were supposed to help us in basketball. They've fallen apart in basketball.
Yeah.
They're not very good in baseball. Bill and Sue, what's going on? What's going on with Missouri? 2 of my buddies that work out the gym.
Yeah.
He's a former superintendent. Guy's great guy. Wife Sue, wonderful people. And they're big Missouri people. I asked him today what's going on with basketball there. Number 14, the Georgia Bulldogs. Number 15, LSU. And number 16, Vandy. Vandy's got the worst. That's how they rank the SEC
take
coaches.
those first 6 and put them in a jar and shake them up,
throw them out,
spill them out there, and probably do that over and over.
I'm kind of with you there on that. All right, this is the best. They come out with this every week that somebody has a different opinion. By conferences, and really, guys, wake up. USC is no longer in the Pac-12, and Texas is no longer in the Big 12. But here we go. 5 best by conference stadiums and environments. Number 1 best in the country is LSU. I do agree with that. I don't think anything's better than that on Saturday night. Number 2, boy, I want you Buckeye boys to answer this one. Number 2, they got Michigan Wolverines out of the Big 10. Isn't Ohio State better?
Way better. There's a lot of.
But you guys are like Alabama fans, too. You win so much, and some of the other games, you don't get very excited. right? You kind of sit there, hands on
I
you.
think 2 years ago we went up to Michigan and bought like 50% of their tickets. I mean, the atmosphere is not that great. The stadium, the way it's built, is not that loud. I mean,
what about Penn State?
Penn State's way more intimidating, way more hard to go to.
That's what I was going to say. To me, Penn State.
Even Wisconsin, to me.
When Penn State is really good and they're playing White House, that's way better than Michigan or Oral House.
Yeah.
Either one of them.
Okay, all right, we're going to
way better.
Michigan, you're out. You cheated anyway.
Yeah.
Penn State, you're in. Oh, who cares? Pac-12, who cares? They put USC. They're not even there anymore.
How you can put USC there?
USC?
That's
they
what
don't
they
even
have.
show up to the games.
What?
And the only one worse than them is UCLA.
Or Miami have Florida.
UCLA and Miami are about the same.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Clemson, ACC.
That's a pretty good.
Yeah, okay. We'll
Yeah.
go with that one. All right. And then who cares? Big 12. I don't even know. They said Oklahoma State. I get that. I watched the Oklahoma game when they played them. They were loud. It was packed up. Of course, it was the last time they were ever going to play them, maybe.
And then after the first quarter, it was like 38-0. It got really quiet.
Yeah. But no, what I was getting back, I talked to Larry, the millionaire.
Yeah.
And he goes to Buckeye State, and he goes, look, some of the games we play, we're just used to winning, and it's not crazy. Now, the big-time game, yeah, it's as good as anywhere in the country. He says, I've been there before when we just kind of sit on our hands because we know we're going to win, and we're not too pumped up about it.
I think Michigan and Ohio State have similar crowds. They're a little bit older in some areas. There's some old money that takes some of them seats up, and they're not the loudest. The student sections are fairly good, but these are huge stadiums, and in big games, they're as good as anybody. But I don't put them up there in the top 5 or, of the best game day atmospheres I've ever been to. I mean, Penn State, LSU, the Swamp, those places get loud.
Yeah, I've been to the Swamp a lot.
Yeah.
That's loud.
I don't know. I've never been to LSU, but it's hard to imagine too much better than it is at the Swamp.
Wisconsin's another one I would put up there, even above Ohio State when they're rocking and rolling, especially in night games. That's
one thing about LSU and Florida, because I've never been in Wisconsin, but that jump around is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But the stadium, as you know, they're on top of you.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing with LSU. It's really close. Alabama is bad. You're kind of away from. I think Ohio State used to be that way. Didn't they used to have a track around it one time?
Yeah, they took the track up.
You could probably put a track around Alabama's because their stands are back off, except for the end zone.
Penn State's on top of you.
Yeah,
I mean, they're close enough to throw stuff at you.
They had a listing of the best coaching staffs in the Big Ten. I didn't write them all down, but I am going to ask you about the top 5 and see what you guys think about that. All right, Jason, let's get us a little to Max Fit Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, I'll be over on 23rd Street today from 10 to 2, so if you want to come in and talk to me, have your high school athlete come in, we can put them on the InBody, do a consultation that's free, and we can get them hooked up on a meal plan, or they can try any of our products for free. We have the free sample bar for proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids, so if you're shopping other places, just come by our store. You can get some free samples, try us out for free, and that's all we really ask for. But we're located on 23rd Street next to Black Sheep Armory and Taziki's, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Here's what's happening.
Hi, this is Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley from The Inside Drive.
And we're seeking your nomination in the 2024 Best of Bay.
To nominate The Inside Drive as Best Radio Show in Bay County, go to ESPNPC.com and click Best of Bay.
And remember, for a brighter future, vote The Inside Drive in 2024.
This message is funded by ESPN Northwest Florida and the Committee to Elect The Inside Drive.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm at 60. And sunny tomorrow and a high 76. Sunshine Thursday with a temp of 78. Friday, the high will reach 78 with mostly sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Hey there, folks. Looking for a place that feels like home right in the heart of Panama City? Well, look no further than Charlie Corm's place at their new location on 15th Street. Charlie Corm's is not just a place, it's an experience. Imagine cozy corners, friendly faces, and the aroma of delicious dishes that'll make your taste buds dance. From sunrise breakfast to late night bites, Charlie Corms on 15th Street has it all. Charlie Corms Place on 15th Street is now offering exclusive weekday lunch specials. Visit Charlie Corms Place on 15th Street. Look for the giant mural.
Ellis Agency Insurance has been serving Panama City and Bay County for years. They offer a full line of affordable insurance coverage of all types. Many people are attracted to Ellis Agency Insurance because of their friendly, knowledgeable staff. Call independent agent Johnny Ellis for a true comparison of your personal or business insurance. Ellis Agency Insurance at the Old Cullen Insurance location, 1134 Harrison Avenue, across from Dandy Donuts in Delhi. Call 763-1627.
The Atlanta Braves are back with a loaded roster of young talent and some new faces in the A. It's going to be another wild season.
1-1 launched deep down the left field line. This might get out of here. Say goodbye to that one.
Tonight, don't miss a minute of Atlanta Braves baseball as the Braves take on division rivals, the Miami Marlins, live from Truist Park.
Coverage starts at 6 right after the afternoon underdogs. First pitch, 6:20. You're home for the Braves, ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Give them a call. Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Hey, go to thenewsherald.com and look up Best of Bay and nominate our show if you would like to do that for us. We'd appreciate it. And while you're doing that, also vote for Max Fit Sports Nutrition, nominate them, and all of our sponsors, Chad Mitchell's, all of J. Michael's Restaurant, all of our sponsors you hear us talk about. If you take a second, nominate all of them. We'd really appreciate that. And if you only have time, just do one.
Do ours.
Do ours. Don't do Jason's. Do
He had his headphones.
Why are you whispering there, Joe? Don't whisper, Joe.
Hey, I helped him before. Anyway. All right, real quick. I want to get some love. This is a test. Here's a test. Most first-round draft picks from programs. Who is number one? Jim?
The Buckeyes?
Absolutely. The Ohio State Buckeyes have more first-round draft pick than any other program in the history of college football.
It just means more.
Wildcat, what school is number 2? What? 2-hour show.
Kentucky? No. Auburn?
Kentucky.
No, wait. LSU?
Kentucky
wait.
Number 2, out of the mighty Big Ten, Southern Cal.
Oh, wow.
They have 85 guys first round. Number 3, anybody know who number 3 is? Out of the SEC, the Blue Blood, the greatest college football program in the history of college football, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Vanderbilt.
79. So Ohio State's got 90. USC has 85. Alabama has 79. We were moving up. I'm not sure how it's going to go in the future. Number 4, surprised me. Number 4, well, I guess not in the history of college football. Number 4, Notre Dame has 70 players drafted. Number 5, Jim, can you guess? He's from the great state of Florida. Number 5.
I would say the U.
Great pick. The U. Miami, 67 first-round draft
Back in the day, they had them every year.
From the great state of Florida, who is number 6?
Florida State.
Thank you, Jim Brandt. 58. And from the great program, the national championship program this year, Michigan Wolverines is number 7 with the 7. So these are all blue bloods.
How many does Southern Miss have?
We're not talking about them right now. Number 8. Who's number 8? They just rejoined the SEC. Who's number 8?
Texas.
Oklahoma. 50 players, one behind Michigan. Number 9, Wildcat. You mentioned them a minute ago. The LSU Fighting Tigers out of the SEC is number 9, 49 first-round draft picks from a small little state like that. And then we have a tie for number 10, both from the SEC. Tennessee and Georgia will go up these rankings big time with Kirby Smart there. Georgia and Tennessee are tied at number 10, 47 draft picks. So let's just look at this overall picture here. What 2 conferences have the most? It's it's blind. It's crazy. Here's the Big Ten: Ohio State, USC,
Michigan.
Michigan has 3.
Penn State.
They're not there. You guys got 3. Let's look at the SEC. Let's look at the real conference, the SEC. Alabama 1, Florida 2, Oklahoma 3, LSU 4, Tennessee 5, Georgia 6. SEC. SEC just means more, baby. Just means more.
Where's the top 2 from?
Who won the national championship? Oh, that's right.
Stab him, Jason.
Thank you,
We're
Jason.
just trying to keep him honest.
Thank you, Jason.
Fair
and balanced.
There we go.
All right, let's look at the Big Ten coaching staffs.
Okay.
I do believe you guys have taken over. I do believe you've gone out. You said the president, the boosters have made a point. They met with Ryan Day, and they said this is what needs to happen. And I think they're doing everything to make it happen. They bring in some new coaches. They finally got a defense coordinator. Now they got a really good offensive coordinator.
James. This is his 3rd year.
The number 1 coaching staff in the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yes or no? That's who they have ranked.
Today, yes. I would have given Harbaugh the nod just because of the last 3 years, but today, yes, absolutely. I mean, I like Fickle at Wisconsin, but he's still got a lot to prove there.
Well, let's go down the list and look at it. Some of them, anyway. Number 2, I disagree with this one. The best coaching staff, not head coach, but the staff. USC.
I don't believe that at all.
Now, he did bring in some new coordinators now.
No, are we talking about recruiting or are we talking about coaching?
We're talking about staffs. It's the overall program.
We don't know what the defensive staff is going to look like.
They look better in the spring game.
They're recruiting better. They look better in the spring game. But we've seen this movie play out before, where they have a lot of hype. They're preseason top 5, and they get out and they can't stop them.
And now they'll be playing the Big Ten.
And they're going to be playing way more physical teams. I just don't think you can fix that in a year. So Lincoln Riley to me has had a blind spot on defense for his entire career. So to me, I don't put him at number 2.
So all the new hires, they're not there. I agree. Number 3, Oregon.
I think he's a top 10 coach nationally. I think he's eventually going to be top 5. I do like Dan Lanning. I think he's one of the bright young stars in coaching.
3.
Probably, yeah. I don't know where they're going to fall in here, but to me, the guy who does the best job in the Big Ten, more than even Ryan Day, is Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. They have nothing on offense, and they win 10 games every year.
You just knocked out of the ballpark. They're up there. All right.
That's just me.
Well, number 3 is Oregon staff. Number 4 is the Penn State staff.
Yeah.
Franklin's the biggest disappointment to me.
James Franklin is a great coach 90% of the time. It's the 10% of the boneheaded decisions he makes that cost him games.
He goes with somebody else I know in the Big Ten. When's the last time he won a big game? He's won 1.
They beat Ohio State 1 year. They blocked a field goal, ran it back. So, but they play them really tough. I mean, he gets those guys to buy in. They play really well, but they're just
Would you have him and his staff in the top 4?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There's not a whole lot to choose from in the Big Ten right now.
I would have what Jim just said over him, and that's Iowa staff. They come in at number 5.
But that offense, man. I mean,
that's true, Jim.
You still got to coach both sides of the ball.
I think to me, it's just.
I don't disagree that he's a great coach because the talent pool they're pulling from is not.
He had to keep his wife happy now.
For sure.
Junior had to be there.
But there's no recruiting base in Iowa. Everything they do has to be national. I mean, so that's a tough place to get talent. So I do think he's in the top 6, 5. But I do think you have to coach both sides of the ball. And if we're going to knock Lincoln Riley for coaching defense, we got to knock Brian Ferentz for coaching offense.
We're only going to be able to get a couple more in here. But I've always liked him. I think he's a great coach. His staff's always really good. Wisconsin at number 6. What do you guys think about that?
I think he should be in the top 4. I mean, he took Cincinnati to the playoffs.
I think he should be a little higher.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah. Who would you throw out? Iowa staff?
USC.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Now this one, I don't get this. They got Washington. I don't even know anything about this coach. I don't know about his staff. They lost. Everybody's left. The entire offensive line's gone. Why is he getting so much love? Because he's a new guy. They got him at 7th. The Washington coaching staff is number 7. I don't get that.
I don't either. I mean, you haven't proven anything.
He turned around Arizona a little bit for 1 year, but that's about
it. We got to go. We're going to jump down to the last program, and I do agree with this. Nobody goes to their games. their head coach decided to leave to go be an offensive coordinator at Ohio State.
Michigan.
UCLA.
Oh, my bad.
UCLA has the worst coaching staff. Michigan actually came in 9th.
Good.
I thought that was too high also.
Yeah, I did too.
Cheaters should not get that high.
I think they should be last.
Yeah, take
UCLA is a
that.
dumpster fire, though. I mean, you lose your head coach to an offensive coordinator position.
Real quick, let's talk about Maxfield Sports Nutrition. You got about 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'll be there on 23rd Street today. We'll be writing meal plans, giving out samples. So come see us. We'll be at Fitness 360 this afternoon from 4 to 7, giving out free samples. So if you're a member, stop by the gym. If you're not, come get a free day pass at our beach store. But we are in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods, and we're now on 23rd Street next to Taziki's and Black Sheep Armory.
Okay. I'll see you guys Thursday and Friday. Great show this week.
Afternoon Underdog is going to give away some tickets this afternoon.
Right here.
Check them out.
Listen to Ryan Mulvey also. We're out. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's the PCB Hobby Takeover with Todd. Mondays at 5:20 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
That is a very high-end card and very rare.
Todd talks about coins, trading cards, collectibles, and the amazing stories behind them.
It was the first one that's ever come through my door.
Plus, we'll be taking your calls and questions at 850-215-6290. The PCB Hobby Takeover.
A platform for you to do your hobby.
Mondays at 5:20 on the Sports Talk Must. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your weather forecast on this Tuesday. Sunny this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze at 10 miles per hour out of the south and temps near 73. We will have clear skies and a wind speed of 1 mile per hour tonight and be quite warm.